Hello there. Today we're going to take a look at the year ahead for the United States. I literally had this idea drop in my head the other day of doing a yearly look ahead. The United States will be turning 247 today, and that means it's having its solar return. So I thought, what better idea than to work with my team and to work with Anubis, who I work with. As you can see, his statue is here. I'm going to have him help along with the channeled message. We're just going to pull a couple cards and take a look to see what they give us for the year ahead, more or less, roughly, for the United States. Quick glimpse into its solar return. So without further ado, we're going to get these cards shuffled. We're going to move a little bit closer so you guys can see. And we're going to see what the message is that, the spirits, that Anubis, that the team, whoever wants to come through, wants to give us, and let's go take a look. Alright, so here's a look at the cards that we pulled. We have the Five of Pentacles in the energy position there on the left. Then the next card is the Queen of Wands, followed by the Hierophant, and then lastly the Two of Cups. So to quickly explain this spread for those that aren't aware, this is a 4-card spread. The first card is the energy, or the overall energy of the situation, or the person themselves. In this case, that would be filling in for the United States. The next card is the known of the situation. That's why it's a little bit higher. It's the known or the conscious position. The card right next to it is the unknown or the subconscious position. That's why it's slightly lower than the rest of the reading. And the last card is your outcome card, if nothing was to change. So that's the spread. Let's take a look at the message that we got. Now in the known position, right, is the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is a card all about, honestly, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like victim mentality, or it's a card of hardships. As a 5, it's nothing too strenuous because it's a 5 and not a 10, but 5s are challenging cards in the tarot. So the Five of Pentacles, being an earthly card, would relate to the physical realm. So this could be things like money and prosperity and wealth and health and food and clothing, such like that. Different cards with different, with the different art styles in the cards can make it either that these people are literally out in the snow outside of the building, or they're locked and there's a key right next to the door. Some make it a little bit more cheery than others, but this card is a hardship card, and being in the known position for the year ahead on the United States is interesting. I wouldn't be too worried about it because of the outcome card we'll get to in a minute, and the fact that it's only a 5. But those of us that live in the United States, we know this. We're going through, even though the White House doesn't want to admit it, we're going through a recession, right? Ever since the new president got into office, we've been having hard times. Things are expensive. Interest rates are through the roof. The housing market's a mess. The auto market's a mess. Things are just expensive, right? And, that can put the people in a victim mode. And not that saying that, it's not right for them to do so. It is. That is the energy of the United States right now, that we are in a recession. Now, it's nothing major, right? Because it's only a 5, and we can easily find our way out of 5s. And 5s are about change as well. They move us forward to the last half of the deck, right? For this, 6 and up to 10. So it shows, I guess you could say, a rocky energy. It's nothing like completely unstable, right? We don't have the Tower, we don't have death, we don't have any of the heavier energies. It's a 5, right? It's inconvenient, it's hard, it's harder on some than it is on others, but it's a 5. Let's see, the known of the situation for this, it's a glimpse ahead at the year. So that'll be from July 4th, 2023 to July 4th, 2024. With timed readings, especially one out so long as a year, we do have to keep in mind that energies change, energies shift. This reading would be for as if nothing changed from now till next July, and we all know that that's not going to be the case. We could probably do a closer look within each quarter of the year to keep an eye on it, but as of right now, the known position is the Queen of Wands, and honestly, that's a very good position for the United States to have. You know, treating this reading as if the United States was a person. That's a very good reading. You know, the Queen of Wands represents persons that are energetic and commanding, and that are management and loaded with enthusiasm, and they tackle everything that they have with strength and gusto. They're aspiring and passionate and authentic, right? It's the Queen of Wands. She's fire. She's truthful. She's just. She's a leader, right? She leads by example. And that's a very good energy to have in the known. So even though we're going through a rough time energetically, right, that's not gonna last. Depending, you know, obviously on the leadership and what happens as we're coming up to next year would be an election year, 2024. You know, that could lead to the next leader, the new leader being one that actually can lead. We'll put it that way. But anyway, just the energy of the United States, the known of the United States, the projection of the United States on the world stage is one of leadership, is one of gusto, and is one of vitality and energy. And, you know, the card's supposed to be about truth. So, you know, doing what they think is true. Right, there are lions and cats and sunflowers on this card. That's a great spot to be at, right? The leader of the pride, right? And being that the United States, for those of you that aren't familiar with astrology, you have three major signs to look at, right? Your sun sign, which is the day you were born, your moon sign, and your rising sign. They're collectively known as the big three. Your rising sign is a point in space where the sun was at the horizon of your birth. Not the sun, but where the eastern horizon was of your birth. For the United States, would be a Sagittarius rising. And for those not familiar with astrology, Sagittarius is a fire sign. This card, the Queen of Wands, is a ruler of fire. So we could even say that this card representing the United States bodes well with its chart, right? Being born July 4th, 1776, gave it a Sagittarius rising, gave it a fire sign, gave it a very commanding, very optimistic, very expansing, right? It's a Jupiter-ruled sign, Sagittarius. It's all about expanding and growth and truth and prosperity and abundance, and that's everything this queen is all about. Everything that she wants, it's truth and justice. Now, when you pair that with her friend right next to her to the right, the Hierophant, who is in the unknown, what we're not seeing, or the subconscious position of this reading, he is all about tradition, all about structure, all about technically religion. Some decks, the older ones out there, the Hierophant was also known as the High Priest, as a counterpart to the High Priestess. You know, the cards traditionally have this as like a pope figure with two people in front of him. He's all about tradition, whether that be school, whether that be religion, whether that be family traditions, things that have been done for thousands of years. You know, they're all about tradition. And the ruling planet of this card, of the Hierophant, ruling sign, I should say, is Taurus. Now, interestingly, Taurus is all about wealth and health and money and prosperity and abundance. And being a Sag rising chart for the United States, that's in its second house, right? And we have a lot going on astrologically with the second house. You know, we have Jupiter in Taurus, which I just mentioned, being a Sag rising, Jupiter is the ruling planet of the United States. It is currently in Taurus, which is the Hierophant, which is about health, which is about money, which is about resources. You know, we have the known of the Five of Pentacles being that it's a little strict, it's a little bit of a recession. So the cards are kind of showing that astrologically as well. That, you know, this is the energy. You know, you might not know what's going on with the Hierophant here, being that he is in the unknown position. There are things going on in the traditional systems, whether that be schools, whether that be banks, whether that be religions. Being that it's the Hierophant and being that the Five of Pentacles came out as the energy, I would actually kind of lean this to being the financial situation. That they're showing that there's a little bit of something going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing here. Whether it's good or bad, the card's not really saying that. I mean, being that the energy is the Five of Pentacles, I wouldn't be too worried. Could there be some moments where things get expensive and things get hard? Yes. I don't see situations getting any worse in the projection here. Being that, again, like that's a 5. You know, the Queen of Wands there could be almost saying that the United States is putting on a brave face. You know, that it's leading with fire, yet there's some stuff going on behind the scenes that they're not showing. Now, this outcome card here, let me bring this up so you can see a little bit closer. This is the Two of Cups. This card is about partnerships. It's about union. It could be seen as a relationship card, but this is a pairing or a coupling together of two energies in a business sense, which I feel like this reading is very business heavy. There's something coming. This is the outcome. There is some sort of new partnership, new union, new togetherness within the next year that's... Well, how about the United States? And this is why I was saying in the beginning of the reading not to be too worried about the finances, about that Five of Pentacles, because there's some new partnership coming. Actually, you know what? Let's pull another card. Let's get a clarifier on that Two of Cups, just to see what kind of partnership this is talking about, which way that it goes. Can we have Anubis team, please? Another card to clarify the Two of Pentacles. Oh, not Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Could be funny if it was the Two of Pentacles that came out. Oh, alright. Cards are jumping on me. Alright, we've got... Ooh, fuck. 3 swords. Interesting. We pulled the Three of Swords. There's a Two of Cups and a Three of Swords. Let's dissect this. Let's dissect this. So there's a partnership, right? There's a partnership here. Bring these closer, up to the front. And there's heartbreak. There's some sort of... Putting them together would suggest a breakup. There's some sort of breakup, some sort of partnership ending. And if we go with what's not known, jump into the frame for a second, rearrange these guys. Let's put her over there for a second, and let's just put, I think what I'm thinking here, what I'm getting is the main 4 right here. These 4. Let's bring you closer to it. Why not? These 4 right here. We have the Five of Pentacles, which was in our known position. The Two of Cups, which was our outcome position. The Three of Swords, which is a clarifier for that Two of Cups. And the Hierophant. We put you back down. There you go. So, what I'm thinking is some sort of partnership that's ending. There's something here, and again, being that it's Taurus, being that the United States has Taurus in its second house of finances. An old system, right? An old tradition that we were used to or using forever, or whatever, somewhat recently. I mean, the United States is only going to be 247 years old. So it's nothing that intense. But whatever system that we were using that was not working, right? It's hardship on the people, right? Okay, and she's about truth and justice and leadership. So maybe this is where this is going. It's shifting. There's a shift here for the people that is a lot more, I think, in our favor. I would say it's in our favor. Being that the Three of Swords is ending that binding relationship of the Two of Cups, that would allow something new to come in. What we're not seeing is an ending of the relationship with the old way of doing our money, the old way of doing our finances. I mean, it could even expand because the Hierophant goes into schools and religion. The old way of spirituality, the old way of teaching and learning, they could even go that far. But there's, I think, a partnership that the United States has, either with another country or within itself, a system that it uses, that's ending. When? Of course, we don't know. Now, this is a year projection, so it could take up to a year. It could be next week. We don't know. And these things can shift. These things can change, of course. Timed readings like this that look that far out in the future are just projections. This is if nothing changed from now to a year. How this will look, what it'll manifest as, I'm not sure. We're just getting the rough energies. But yeah, it looks like that there's some sort of partnership that the United States has financially that's coming to an end. There's a heartbreak here. There's an ending. There's a moving on. There's a breakup. Like, these two together are traditional relationship cards. And one next to the other suggests a breakup. Now, let's get another card. Let's get another card. How does this breakup end? Let's get these guys out of here. How does this breakup end for us? Is it in the favor of the people, or of the United States, let's just say? Or is it against us? Is this breakup a good thing or a bad thing? Let's find out real quick. Let's pull one more card. Quick clarifier. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing for the people of the United States? This breakup financially. Anpu, which is the Egyptian name of Anubis. Anpu, please, one more card. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? This projected breakup of a financial system in the United States, please. One more card. Thank you so much. There you go. Six of Wands. Very nice. Another fire card, by the way. Get that up so you can see it. The Six of Wands. This is a card of victory. This card, honestly, the battle is already done in this card. They're on their victory parade. So this is in the favor of the people. This is very much in the favor of the people of the United States. How it will shake up, I don't know. And to be honest, it might be rocky, right? With this card here, the Five of Pentacles as the energy right now, at least maybe for another year, the system could be rocky. I'm not saying to go run and pull all your money out, because I'm not seeing total collapse. I'm not seeing the tower. I'm not seeing anything major, any sudden shifts. If anything, it could already be done, and it's going to be slowly rolled out, because the Six of Wands is a card of victory. That it's already happened. I actually don't think that this would have any possibility of shifting, because it's done, right? It's the Six of Wands. It's victory. It's success. Now, maybe it's saying if this continues to go the way it is, that the shift will happen. But I'm actually getting psychically that it's already happened, and that the rollout will be seen within the next year or so. What it looks like and what that is and what that means, we have no idea. But yeah, I think this is their message. I think that the spirit realm, that Anubis, that my team wanted us to see for the Perth year of the United States, for its solar return, right? July 4th of 2023 to July 4th of 2024. The big message here, the big message is about finances, is about Jupiter in Taurus, is about how we do our money, right? About how we do our finances, how we do our traditions, how do we do our teaching, how do we do our spirituality, the physicality, the food, even Taurus rules food. How do we do life in the United States? That's what I'm seeing. All right, guys, I think that's it. That's the message. We definitely want to keep an eye on this as the year goes. We'll do quarterly breakdowns and see if this energy still holds true. But thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you could please like the video on your way out, that would help and spread the message more on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to see any more messages like this. I'm hoping to do a lot more channeled messages with Anubis soon. So again, thank you so much for coming and checking this out. Happy 4th of July to all my fellow Americans. Until next time, see you later. Bye.